Where are we? We are in the black zone for this particular run. And the way that we're going to do these, and this is more of a test really, because I've actually never personally done this before. I've never, it's been a long time since I've deliberately done a big string of solo dungeons. We did a few of them in the Iron Man, but none of them paid out. It was pretty terrible. So you can look at the market value. I think we paid about 12K a map, something like that for these, for the 8.1s. So we're going to go ahead and pop it and see where it goes. So this is taking us to next door. But anyway, one of the things I wanted to show you is from rest locations. If you want to be a little bit safer and do this from rest locations, you can use the Invis Shrine here and then go all the way to your location, wherever that may be, and enter into your dungeon. Once you've done that, you can wait out the timer if you want for the dungeon to close. My set is so cheap that I just don't care. So if I die, I die. It's just living life. But we're going to try and burn through all 50 of these maps as fast as possible. All the loot will be deposited inside of the bank tab, and then we'll total it up at the end of the video and see where we get. I don't know if we'll get all 50 of those done in one day, but we'll give it a try. But the whole purpose of this is to showcase, is it even profitable to do this or not? Well, let me just de-aggro these. It spawned it in a spot where there was just too much stuff. Yeah. But anyway, we're going to hop right in on this. So again, this is the first video in the series called Is It Worth It? And we are going to find out for a fact, is this worth it? Alright, got ourselves a chest. We made a whole 14K. Yeah. Alright, there we go. We got our little green book chest that really wasn't even worth getting. Alright, we've completed our first dungeon. We got a blue chest. Will it be more than 15K? It's 80K. Got 80K for that one. Okay. Nowhere to go. Alright, we're getting the blue chests. Is it going to pay me? Hey, that's actually not bad. Got 163K out of that blue. Easy boss, blue chest. Let's see if we get anything. We're going to get a tome. And what else? 100K. Okay. So again, this dungeon took a little over 15 minutes to clear. Got ourselves another chest with 40K in it. Okay. Alright, we got a green chest. 29K. At least we paid for the map, right? No, we haven't, because we got down 3 times, and we're probably still negative for this. And 50K. Yeah, so we'll probably be negative on this run. On this run. But that's the end of that map. Moving on. You can beat the boss. Okay, cancel that one. Can't cancel that one. Green chest. Gonna be trash. What do we get? 18K. Super sweet, super thoughtful, and we got along really well. So that's how that went down. Oh, I barely got him. Add 101, call to action is important. Yeah, you're not wrong. You're not wrong. Okay, so we finished another dungeon. This dungeon paid us about 100K. Alright, good. There we go. Yeah, just in case nobody knew, yeah, you can just stand in the middle of that boss and kill it. Alright, another blue chest. Let's see what we get. Oh, we actually got a 6.1 item out of that. Alright, we got ourselves a green chest with nothing. 9K. We're rich. Oh, looks like we got another tome. Let's see what we get in the blue. Oh, look, guys. 405k. That's actually worth it. 6.1 Heretic Cave. Another map. Not that I need that. Alright, another blue chest. Let's see what we get. 46k. That was a terrible dungeon, folks. 46k for the whole dungeon. Still having to go to the Black Zone to do this content. Alright, blue chest. What do we get? 131k. We got a T7 Merc Hood out of that. Got another map. Blue chest. Oh, 60k. Alright, what another blue chest? Oh, look at that, guys. Nothing. Nothing. Alright. What loot do we get? Is it good or is it shit? Let's find out. 635k. Not terrible. Not great, not terrible. Alright. 635. Got some decent stuff in that. Wow, I'm actually overweight. And we're still not done with no, we are done with the dungeon. This was the final. It's to 20-minute clear times on the same dungeon that I was able to do in half the time previously. That's the difficulty increase, right? Look at this. 32k for an 8.1 dungeon. And that is the final boss. Again, hot garbage. We got a whole 32k from a whole dungeon. 8.1 in the Black Zone. Yep, it's blue now. Another shit chest. Brought to you by Albion Online. Alright, Senpai, is it good? Let's find out. No, it is not good. It is poop. It is poop, and that is the last dungeon of today, folks. $300k, we just got a 7-1 item. 7-1 excellent scholar robe. All that for a green chest. Worth 10k. Or in any situation, I could use it in place of an interrupt, so, you know. That was really good. But you can't do that no more. Final is a whole 97k. 97k, folks. Blue chests. What do we get after this poison wears off? 60k. Alright, green chests. And that is about what we get in green chests. 10k marathons. Like every hour at the top of the hour, there's a giveaway. And I do that once a month. I'm trying to do once a month giveaway marathons. go. Blue chest. What do we get? Nothing. 58K. All right, and we know that we had 2+ maps that we got, which brings it down to 34. So we did 16 dungeons today. So 16 dungeons is the magic number that we did in 6 hours. 16 dungeons, and that's 6 hours. So let's break that down, right? Let's do a little calculator math real quick. So let's pull it up. Need my calculator. It's somewhere on here. All right. So 6 hours times 60 minutes is 360 minutes divided by 16 dungeons brings us up to 22.5 minutes per dungeon for the whole stream. That's minutes per dungeon that we did. Okay? So 22.5 minutes per dungeon is the clear speed, which is pretty terrible, I'll be honest. And, you know, we're not talking about from the time we go in the dungeon. We're just talking about for the entire 6-hour period, including time it takes to come back, depot our stuff, repair, go back out. That all counts. That all's factored in to total clear speed, right? It's not, oh, I can clear the whole dungeon in 7 minutes. Yeah, well, what about the rest of the stuff you got to do before you do another one, right? That's what matters. So 22.5 minutes in clear speed. Let's take these out. We're going to put 2 of these in because I bought all these maps when we started. I also bought the food, and I bought the invis pots, which I used 1. All right, so I've still got all that there. So this is actually the loot from all the dungeons. I left all the silver bags and everything in there, so we have a total of 3,057,839 silver. Okay, from today's loot. That's the EMV, or estimated loot value. Obviously, non-tradable tomes are not going to be factored into that. So 57839. All right, we do that. And then our hourly, right? So we want to, of course, divide that by minutes to get the total. But what we're first going to do is divide that and average out the dungeons, right? So we're going to divide that number by 16. And that means our average dungeon value is 191,114 silver. And that is before repairs, by the way. That is before repairs. So now we're going to factor in all the repairs that we had to do today. And the RBACs, a couple of RBACs, right? So let me just add these up real quick. So our repair... Okay, so our total repair cost for the entire trip today, this is the total repairs, is 393,675. Okay, that's our total repairs, right? We had to RBAC a couple of times, so we'll factor that in as well. 28,000 plus 26, what is that, 416, but plus, because there was PvP going on in the zones that we were in, so rather than risk losing our set, we RBAC, plus 39,548. So our total RBAC costs for the whole series was 119,583. So our total spend, okay, to get all of this was, let me just add that up. This is basically operating costs. 675 was $500,000, 513,000 and 258. 258. Our maps cost us 12,000 silver each, and we did 16 of those. That's 192,000 in those. So 192,000 spent, and then we are going to go ahead and add in our total operating costs. 258 That means our grand total cost just to do all this was 705,258 silver. That excludes the food and potions and the cost of the set and the energy potions, right? So I won't factor that in, but that's the operating cost. So now we know what the total is that we made. So now we're going to go ahead and deduct that from how much we actually made. So we did 3,057,839 is the total amount that we made, minus 705,258. Our net profit across 6 hours of solo dungeons, net profit is 2.3 million 352,581, right? And then of course we're going to divide that by 16, and that comes out to that comes out to 147,000. It looks like. Let me just double check the math. 2352 581 divided by, and 16 total dungeons. Yep, 147,036 per dungeon is what you make net profit. That's net profit. Now let's do it by time. 2352 581. Now we're going to divide it by total amount of hours divided by 6 hours. This means you're making a grand total of 392,096 silver per hour. I think we can all agree that that amount of net profit of silver per hour is hot garbage.
What did he say?
It's probably one of the worst silver per hours that you could currently make in the game is doing 8.1 maps. So if you are watching this and you are out there thinking that you're making great money doing 8.1 solo dungeons, think again. They are terrible. And there is a lot better things that you could do in the game to achieve a higher silver per hour. And we're going to be going over something new every day here on the channel for the next month on various ways that you can do econ or make silver in the game to figure out what is the best option. We will not be using 8.3 gear. We will not be using even tier 9. We will be using budget builds, which most players are going to utilize in the Black Zone. That is realistic. That is within most players' budget and what you're going to see day to day. To make a video otherwise would not be true to the nature of the game, so we will not be doing that. But that's it. That's the rub.